Hi everyone, Lamisha here, of course, from LamishaSerf-Walls.com, bringing you another Mindset Monday tip for your week. Today's tip is all about the two of the most powerful questions you can ask yourself when you are ready to up-level and expand your life. Now, these are two questions that I use consistently in my own practice. These are things that I offer and recommend and invite my clients to use, and now I'm sharing them with you. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why these phrases, these questions are so incredibly powerful, okay? So the first question is, how does it get any better than this? Now, a statement like that can be used in two very powerful ways. The first way is when life is magnificent, right? When things are going well, the momentum is moving forward, you're in a high vibe place, you're manifesting, you're creating, everything is working out, then you can ask this question to bring more of all of that to you. This is a question that I will it's like a mantra that I will repeat to myself. Sometimes I journal it in my journal. Sometimes I'm just talking about it, or I say it or think it to myself, but it's incredibly powerful to bring more of the good stuff to you, right? I also use it and typically recommend it to my clients when things feel like they are hard, when it feels like things aren't working out, you're confused, you're trying to figure out how to move forward. All of these questions are coming up. You wonder, like, what's happening? How do I make this work? And when you ask the question, how does it get any better than this? In those moments, then it's almost like a challenge to the universe for the universe to show this to you, right? And I have used this in my rock bottom moments in my business. I've used it in financial situations. I've used it in, personal situations where I'm just begging, like I'm on my knees saying, how does it get any better? Show me how it can get better. And there's a challenge, right? You don't have to answer that question yourself, but the beauty of it is when you ask that question, you are always, always, always shown just how good it can get. And it happens very quickly. So when I ask that question in the potential negative sense, like when I'm struggling, typically what I find is I'll see a sign, or I'll hear a song, or see a quote, or have a phone call with someone that really resonates with me and really touches the point that says, listen, it's going to get better. Just keep believing, keep trusting. So that's question number one that you can use in two different ways. The other question is something that I recommend you use in your journaling practice, something that you can ask, use as a mantra as well. Again, I use this quite often. I journal it probably 2 or 3 times a week. And that is, what would it take to blank? Okay, what would it take to blank? Now, again, in and of itself, that statement doesn't seem like it's such a big deal, but here's how powerful it is. When you ask the question, what would it take to, let's say, have more than enough money for all my wants and needs, right? For the next 50 to 60 years. Like, that's a big question to ask. What would it take for me to blank, fill in the blank with whatever it is that you want? Again, you don't have to answer that question, but what you're doing is you're creating this question that will most definitely be answered for you, that you'll have an inspiration, you'll have an idea, someone will call you, you'll have a connection. Somehow that question will be answered. And again, I've used this, multiple times in my business where things were really slow, my mindset wasn't in the best place, I wasn't really making any money. And I was just asking, like, what would it take for me to never have to worry about money? What would it take for my business to run on autopilot, and for me to always know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, or for me to always know that I'm on the right track? And again, the answer that comes is very, very powerful. And it may not be like you ask the question and all of a sudden you get the answer. And if that works for you, more power to you, use it all the time. But what I found is that when I ask the question, when I'm in those moments, a couple hours later, I get an idea. Again, an idea, an inspiration, a phone call. Something happens that clicks and helps me turn everything around. So the two questions that are going to be really powerful for you, and I really encourage you to use them starting today, are, how does it get any better than this? And what would it take for me to blank? And then remember, you don't have to answer those questions. The questions will be answered for you. The inspiration will come for you. Ideas will flow, opportunities will come, and your job is only to stay open. So that is my tip for you today. Use it, enjoy it. Use it this week, experiment with it, see how it works out for you. And of course, if you want more information or more tips on how to expand your mindset, how to get you to the place where you can be, have, and do all the things that you desire, and you're creating a life that you love, check out my website for more opportunities. Or if you want to chat about working together one-on-one, send me a message and let's get that set up. Okay? Hope you guys are having a great Monday and a fabulous week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.